Welcome back to part number 9 of my Imperator role playthrough as Epirus. We just been mulling about, sort of trying to save money for Government Traditions Wonder as well as various others. Been building up to these cities. Aqueducts are fairly expensive, although we have quite a few bonuses. They're only running 78 per presently due to our build cost bonus we have from sacking the former Thracian capital, as various other build modifiers as well. Some of these cities are getting fairly populous. Let's see what happened here. 120 or thereabouts. Some of these need aqueducts. I'm going to build some here. So it's fairly slow going, as you might imagine, relative to our quest for this wonder. We just saw it through another, who knows how many gold, 500 or thereabouts. Everything else seems to be in order. Let's have a civil war or something. What is a couple of heads of these families? I'm going to place them on research positions, I believe, and deal with that. There's just no problem so far as I can tell so far. I did check down here, and our claim against Sparta is actionable, and he's left all of his affiliations. It looks as though we can get access from this small kingdom there. And I'm going to head down immediately toward that end. I'm going to hire a merc, I think. This one comes to mind. He looks like he's good at what he does there. In the interests of quickness, perhaps I should, would, and could hire another. We'll hire him as well. Get him up going down there, just in case. I'll be back. We can take 40 PI for some manpower. We are essentially maxed out, so I'll take it. Oh, we are. I see. Such is life in the big city here. We're going to have another holy site right here to our glorious deity Zeus Niles, and then we're gonna see about placing one of these guys in a research position. Actually, these guys are oddly competent. He has an 8 oratory, so we could plop him down. There he is right there. Let's plop him down. There goes our problem. There's no time like the present. Let's get it done. Olives to Scythia, Gracia. We need our iron back. Looks as though he's defeated Athens. We're going to head down here for the war goal, which is his capital. I hired more troops to our singular taxes. Let's get this guy off reorganization and over here. And then we have this other army headed down as well. I secured some access through Megara here. We'll take this Athenian territory. I think this is his entire army here, the levy of Greece. It's not much to look at. We've conquered Athens. Let's get back over here. We're sawing through this would-be fort here as well fairly quickly. Alright, so we're looking at a battle here. Probably here as well. We've defeated that army there. We'll head where we were going. Minister of Excellency. Let's see here. 10 loyalty. We'll take the tax. Let's assault this fort. We drop this siege. Let's head here. We've occupied Argos. And we'll head over here to reinforce this effort. Another glorious victory for us. Let's assault this fort. We've done it. I think that's everybody. We're going to just try to close this out by assaulting that last fort, and that will do it. Wait a moment here. There's a fort right here. There is. I go to assault this immediately. Boom. Let's go and take this guy out here. What goes on here? Let's do it. Let's get that assault going. Boom. I think that does it for the lot. It is. It's over. And I'll do it. I think he still thinks he can make a comeback here. We need to rout the rest of his armies, I think. We can do it. He just needed a moment to think, and it's over for him. Let's see, we'll dredge up some money here, surely. And that'll be that. That was quite lucrative, really. A bonanza for us. We have some AE to burn down. We have some tyranny. We have some people we can send off to slavery. The Spartan nobility. I'm going to do all that. I'll be back. A few moments have passed. Building some academies here. I noted that our food is slightly negative here. I imported a grain, so I need more trade routes, and nobles will get that. What else happened? A couple of advances, innovations from technology. We have 4 now. We'll soon have another. I'm going to go ahead here and grab that. Diplo relation. This one for the government traditions wonder, which gives corruption, loyalty, and another juicy bonus. And +4 here. We'll get some nobles as well. Loyalty of characters. I think we can build the honored nobles great wonder here as well, which is quite useful. Our income has also spiked pretty hard. I think I have a 10% tax bonus or something from one of these. Well, perhaps. Whatever the case is, we're making a 115 per, so our wonder is close at hand. The Romans are at war with, who is it? Guthoniya here. He's trudging, headed up to this area here. He has a conscript here. He's at war with Cimbria as well as, well, whatever it is, he's not coming our way. It's good news for us. He actually does have a legion. He has a cohort legion here, so made up of heavy infantry and light cavalry. So it's workable. The light cav will do well against horse archers, but our heavy infantry and heavy cav should chew them up as well. And then there's this. It's best avoided, but in worst case, we could perhaps maybe hold our own. I'm also building a navy. It's time to have a navy. There's some activities that can be had over here. This is a +5% wrong culture group happiness. We'd end up at war with a lot of types. The Antigonid revolt here as well. They hold presently the Temple of Artemis, which gives a +0.08 loyalty tick. I wonder if there'd be a way to trigger these guys without. And I see. I wonder. That looks more manageable, really. The Antigonid, and anyway, there's nothing to really do about this now. The Antigonids come with a whole slew of allies, vassals, feudatories, etc. I don't have a navy as yet, and I don't really want to deal with it. I do have some land here, so we can ferry our troops with our navy over into Anatolia if and when we do want a war over there. So we could start here, and then we wouldn't have to cross the strait against what might be a larger force. The AI likes navies. The Roman Navy comes to mind, 159 there. I'm going to bank 3 techs and get to auxiliary recruitment here. It's going to get us an extra merc army as well as a 2% levy size modifier. I played this game a few hours. I've never really had the use for a metropolis, so I've lowered the cost of it down to an artificially low level of 25 political influence points. This will probably be the extent of my building of them. Whenever I've built them in the past, I've always regretted spending the 100. But let's do that. I'm going to refund the 75, and we'll get that metropolis rolling right along. As I don't know how to mod, I suppose I could mod it, but I don't really play the game often enough to really enact it. I'd just rather just do it by the console. If you check want to know of all the changes that I've made to this, the rules, the house rules, they're in the playlist description. We have a bountiful harvest event, gets us a bit closer to that elusive wonder that I've been trying to build. We crossed the 10,000 or thereabouts threshold. I'm going to build that wonder right now. There's the first one, definitely the one we want. Provincial loyalty, corruption, and loyalty of governors. I believe we're looking for nobles as well, although I'm going to give it another look. I think I'm going to forget that noble one here and get the reinforcement speed, and then go for the tax and commerce bonus here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And who will run it? We may as well have her do it. Let's see when that's going to come through there. May of 555, so about, what is that, 8 years out. The problem right now is we have 487 provinces, and if we take any more than 12, I believe, we're going to become a great power and not be allied with Rome at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we could take Crete over and just be right under the threshold there. That sounds a decent enough idea, really. We've arrived at Crete. It looks like its capital is right here, and the war is actionable. Get unloaded here and go to town. I have just a singular army still. Let's check the... we have a 68 potential cohorts we can have. And then as soon as I pop another innovation, we should get another 2%, so it should add to that total by a fair clip, getting us up in the 70s or whatnot. In Rome, last time I checked, he has, I'm going to count. Ballpark figure is he has about 140,000 cohorts on the field presently. The trick is they're not particularly good at much of anything. I mean, some of them are, of course, but then this lot, this 25k, it gets really ugly for this guy fast. This not so much so. So my point being, we're going to go to 499 and just sit there for a while until we can unearth the 499 territories that we'll have here. And then once we cross the 500, we'll no longer be able to be allied with Rome, and I want to be ready should such a contingency happen and a war be declared. Actually, I miscounted. He has double that. So he has, what is it, 280,000? 280 cohorts is what he has up. Yikes. The good news is, with that wonder out of the way, I can go ahead here and build my aqueducts as I please and get our legion count up. So, the building gloves are off. We can do it, and we'll do it. Just got a call to arms against Senonia for Rome. Who is Senonia, really? Let's find out. Okay. There they are. Okay. It should juice our bonus here. Was aiding by a fair clip. So maybe even if we're not allied, if he has a positive opinion, he might not attack. That war goes as you might expect in Crete. Here we have quite a few urban centers here. I've essentially vacated over the years these provinces here. And now not only are there pops in our cities, but they're highly loyal essentially because they're all Hellenic and essentially primary culture, just one citizen or slave or whoever in there. We're sort of running out of pops to continue to feed these cities along the Illyrian coast here. Is a fair actually easy to get here from this province here, and then it's adjacent to this one and this one. So that's really just one province, two provinces, and then Illyria. And then there's always this area here that's I think about to reopen up. This is not loyal. This is loyal. And this is recovering. It's going up by 0.11. Soon I can colonize the rest of this. At least gain adjacencies. So that... Let's see here. So that we can become adjacent to this province here, which is loyal. Which means I can move the pops from here down to here. And then, yeah, to there and there and then there and then there. So, well, as to whether any of that gets done, I don't rightly know. But come 555, we're going to be coming into some money. We'll get another 10% bonus to our taxes as well as our commercial income from that wonder. Now, the war is over. I'm going to see about securing this island. I think I'm going to have to make this a client state. As if I want to colonize this area, I'll go over the threshold for 500 territories. It looks like he's willing to become a client state. We could care less really about any of these cities here. We can't really transfer any of the pops, so let's do that. We'll get the heck out of this area. And we have not increased the number of territories in our realm. We're still at 487. This bruiser of a merc here is making me feel better about the potential conflict with Rome other than the 5 that he has. Not exactly sure where he came from. He wasn't there maybe 20 or 30 years back. Whatever the case is, I'm happy that he is there, 5 or no 5. There seems to be another couple about here. This is a 24k now. He's decent at what he does. Maybe I'll just not worry about Rome, really. As long as we keep a lot of money in the bank, I think I can colonize these territories in the near term. Continue to build out to what capacities there are to be had here in these cities. So there's some capacity there, and whatnot. And then save up a considerable sum and colonize and or war into the Bosporans and take the requisite number of Scythian pops so as to trigger this access to the Persian group. That's the plan. We'll see how soon or if at all, whether it's actionable or not. We just had an event pop here, Citizens of Rome. One of our, it looks like a singular citizen in this city that Rome awarded us. It's a singular city for our participation in the First Venetian War. He gave that to us. I set the pops for demotion and have been moving them out to this province. I say we'll take the 30 opinion and be happy about it. They can have the whole city for all I care, really. It looks as though this province is now actionable. So far as I can tell, we can move some pops out of Nevada if I wanted to, right? We can do it. So I'm going to colonize these territories here and maybe try to move some of these pops. Maybe I just leave them alone. At some point, it's going to be easier to get these pops down to these cities by moving them in a more rational order, like down to here and then here, as opposed to here and then here and then here and then here, here, and then here. So that we have to wait. There's no point in moving them right now. But I'm gonna save some money and then do that colonization maneuver here with Scythia that I've been planning. Oh, that's nice of him. Our people left for Rome and they gave us 910 gold. That's mighty neighborly, I must say. It's going to help with our colonization activities here. Now, I could probably get this colonization done right now, but it would cost almost all my money, and if Rome were to attack, well, theoretically, there's going to be a truce, right? Which would last for about 7 years or thereabouts. Theoretically. I'm going to bank more money just because Rome is super large. And just in case something strange happens. Because I don't want to spend all my money and then find that I need to hire this merc and another merc and then run essentially at zero baseline and have no money for other matters, whatever they may be. I'm going to click the Integrate Scythian Decision button here and have at it. What is it? No, it's here. We'll go to Citizen and get that ball rolling along. I'm going to wait just a while longer. The decade has ticked over, and I'm going to give myself another 40 military experience in lieu of creating and disbanding all those levies that I don't like doing. I think in the meantime, we'll take a tradition, which will not be this one because we don't have that group. We don't want that, which means we're stuck in this polis. Archers' offense is nice. In fact, our mercs have quite a few archers, in fact. And if they are needed, that should add quite a bonus. I think I have wild game in the capital here as well. So that's 20% discipline to our archers. I'm pretty sure that there are not enough Scythians out sort of in the bush to tip that threshold. I'm not really even all that sure there are enough even with the Bosporans if we were to take that from them, although that does help. So along those lines we really should head up toward that area shortly, right after our navy gets built too. Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to move the pops that I've been housing here. The primary culture pops down along here and begin to colonize any and all culturally Scythian. Actually, we don't really even need to go that far. We'll just go right here and begin. I'm going to do that. We're going to pass the 500 territory threshold, so we'll no longer be able to be allied with Rome. I have a fair bankroll. We may need to war with the Bosporans as well, I'm not sure. It looks as though since we had so few Scythians, they've already integrated, and we may be able to trigger this Persian culture group here. 310 pops. I'm not holding my breath. We'll probably need to integrate the Sarmatians as well. There seem to be a fair number of them. At least not a minimal amount of them. Allegians. We may need to go on a conquest run over here. I'm not sure to get the Persian culture group. Whatever the case is, I'm going to begin the colonization procedure. Rather than click the button over and over and over and over again, there's a detail in the playlist. I think I'm going to check exactly. I did some napkin math. I pay like, I don't know, 20 gold per territory or something like that. I'm just going to do it via console. It's much easier. I've decided to wait. I'm going to bank more money here and maybe see about when does this trigger here. About 1 year out, December 552, we'll have access to more levies and some manpower recovery with this bit here. So I'm going to wait. Well, this is interesting. I'm not really exactly sure what's going to happen as I usually... Well, this doesn't come up very often. I'm being allied with an AI late in the game like this. He has attacked Macedon, and Macedon has associated with various types, quite a few in fact. Athens high on the list here. He's at war with Egypt as well. I have my eye on Halicarnassus, the wonder there. It looks as though Egypt has taken over the Antigonid revolt. They have the Temple of Artemis here. And Pergamon is satrapy of Thrace, and Thrace is associated with Macedon. It looks like a wreck, just waiting to happen, really. The good news is for us is that there's not a lot of activities here, and we can probably call up a merc or levies or whatnot to deal with what there is here, which is not much. If we do accept the offer, but as we're no longer going to be allied with Rome as of now, essentially, I wonder if we were to declare war on Macedon ourselves and just let the chips sort of fall where they may. We'll call him. We can't call him in. He's already at war, so maybe we'll attack him and see what happens. Thessaly, Liburnia. Okay, so there's a lot of routes that just got. So we're at war with Macedon. I wonder if we hit this accept button, whether we'll get dinged for not accepting, or do we still have the option? I don't know. We can sort of say dishonored alliance. We can say we'd like to. Let's do that. We'll see what happens. So what happened here? Let's see. It looks like we're still allied with Rome. In fact, we're close allies now. It's good for us. I'm not sure. So I think we've avoided the call to arms by declaring war on him ourselves. And we're not getting a malice here for much of anything other than the previously dishonored alliance. Well, good for us. Close allies. Alright, I built out to these armies here, essentially close to doubled it. One of these armies is not feeling well relative to morale. I'm going to land him in our friendly territory, do some reorganization. I'm going to grab a merc or two. Let's see, this guy needs to get out of the war zone. Let's hire this merc from Pella. Have him head down, let's say, in this direction. Sort of generally here. We'll see about getting the 17k on board as well. And we'll leave one in the bank. I'm going to go ahead here and colonize some of these territories here to get a handle on how close we are to the tradition I'm after. Well, we just popped into a great power. Unfortunately, I think that our alliance, the Romans have accepted our guarantee. I think that they can attack us, but we cannot attack them. And we really don't want to attack them. All we need to be aware of is that they can attack us. I went ahead and colonized this lot here. Essentially took all of the Scythian pops that could be had. Let's see if it's updated as yet. It has not as yet updated. Maybe it will. Back to our wars. We're headed down in this direction. Have a couple of mercs here. Maybe hire another one at some point once I figure out where it's needed. We have that civics advance, and why not do this? We'll get this going as well. We'll have 2 more mercs we could hire if needed. I dropped this unit here. He's going to replenish, unit reorganize, and we're going to land here or thereabouts and see what we can get going. Alright, we've landed. Can we make it there? It looks as though we can take this capital and then siege down this fort. We've taken our war goal here and can probably... Are we at war with him? We're not. Although we should be. That's strange. Looks as though we're at war with Thrace here. Delphi, Thrace, etc. And we have this guy. He's ready for action. Let's see if we can go down and take this Macedonian capital and then siege that. But more to the point, as we're already at war with Thrace, as is evidenced here, the satrapy obviously didn't respond to the call. But we could go right here and do a bit of reorganization and then take this satrapy of Thrace as well in a separate war, a separate peace agreement. I just checked the number of Scythian pops we have. It's 173. And we need 200 or 330. I think even if we were to secure these pops from the Bosporans, I don't think that's going to do it. So we probably need to integrate either Legions or Sarmatians. Do we have any Legions? No, we don't have any Legions. I suppose we could colonize out here and see about Sarmatians. There's not really many of them without a war. I don't think there are many pops about in this wilderness here. There are quite a few Legions about, though, I'm sure. I think what needs to get done, I need to colonize out in this direction and get adjacent to Legia, and then file a claim so as to secure the Legian pops and then integrate them. Actually, we were already adjacent to the Legians, so let's file that claim right now. And we may as well get busy integrating the Legians as well. We can't integrate them because we don't have any of them. Let's head over here. I don't have as much food as I would like, but we'll live through it. It looks as though this Thracian levy that was mulling about in our capital area has come back. He wants a little bit. We've got it for him right here. It's over for him. Let's disembark here, see if we can siege this down. I think we can declare that war here on Pergamon. And let's do exactly that right now. Let's head right in there. We're about 30 minutes in right now as it stands, so let's take a look here. We've this area, we could take more Scythians from the Bosporans after this war, provided everything goes well. We have a claim in works against the Legians. Theoretically, theoretically, what would happen? We can't really access these Legians here. As recollection serves, you're able to colonize over a river, but then I'd have to get regular pops here, and there's no way to get the pops to these territories here to continue the colonization effort. So we're stuck. We're stuck. We can't do it. I'd like to get adjacency to get to take these Legian pops, but I can't do it, which means we have to war with the Bosporans first to take these Scythians and this Bosporan territory down in this direction to gain adjacency to the Legians. And once we do that, we'll have the Scythians from the Bosporans here and these Legians, and we'll be able to pop the Persian culture group. But right here, let's see, this siege goes exceptionally well. This siege soon will, I'm pretty sure, fall quickly enough. It's a level 1 fort, and this army brings 6 siege engineers. This Pergamon is a level 3 fort. I may well just assault it because, and then just let the Merc go or not. Anyway, that's going to do it. Let's see Rome's disposition toward us. They're happy. Have a close allies thing guaranteeing. I popped another improved relation, so we'll be able to get another 13 or some such opinion over time. He could declare war on us. He probably won't, right? Anyway, that's going... What happened here? We have another advance. We could get... we'll just keep it in the bank. Let's check the status of our legions. We can have up to 90 now. Good for me. The 2% bonus helped in these promotions activities here in our many coastal cities are probably working wonders here. Let's see what goes on here. I need to move some pops into these cities, but sort of taxed for funding. I doubled the size of my army. I have these 2 mercs. I did a lot of colonization. We'll just leave that be. I hope to see you in the next episode.